In this video, we are going to visit Fort St. James. This is a Parks Canada National Historic Site. This site is a preservation of the old Hudson Bay fur trading post. And if you haven't already done so, it'd be much appreciated if you could subscribe and give a thumbs up. Thanks! Fort St. James National Historic Site is situated 164 kilometers northwest from Prince George, BC. Here we have a site map of Canada's parks, Fort St. James, as it would have appeared in 1896. To my left is Stuart Lake. I do not know what the original indigenous name for the lake is, but hopefully they'll change that back from Stuart Lake to its original indigenous name. Here we are in the grounds of historic Fort St. James. This was a Hudson Bay trading post from the 1800s. I want to thank Dana and the Prince George Photographic Society for allowing me to come along on their field trip to historic Fort St. James. The first building on our tour is the Fur Warehouse. Here I'm coming up to the Fur Warehouse. I like what these boardwalks, they're cool. Oh, there's a view of Stuart Lake from the boardwalk. Again, I really think these boardwalks are really cool. And I think that's a great view of the Fur Warehouse. Here's a little bit of history about the Fur Warehouse. The Fur Warehouse sheltered or accommodated the trade goods for Fort St. James and surrounding outposts. Furs were stored in this building where they were baled for their journey to Victoria. The warehouse is one of the finest surviving examples of the Red River frame fur trading buildings in Canada. Here you can see all the different trading goods that they had. These were the typical ones that they had from the 1800s. Yeah, awesome. And all those furs, different types of furs and that they collected. I mean, these are real furs. I've never been that close to a bear in the wild. I've been close, but not that close. These snowshoes are huge, especially when you compare them to modern ones. I have snowshoed, and mine were tiny compared to these. This is a great view of all the furs and all that, and the general goods are more behind me. The next building we are going to is the Fish Cash House, which was built in 1889. The Fish Cash House was used to store dried salmon and bacon for the Hudson Bay Company employees and for the First Nation carrier people. This building is an adaptation of traditional First Nations carrier fish catch. An interesting feature of this cache is that it is raised by four-cornered elevated posts to deter predators. This is the tallest building, so the Hudson Bay Trading Company flag is raised every morning on that flagpole. So you're getting a good look at Fort St. James Historic Park. This is the old Hudson Bay Trading Company here. The next building on our tour will be the Men's House, built in 1884. The Men's House original function was the clerk's employees' residence and was constructed by the Hudson Bay Company in 1884. The Men's House was the residence for company employees, pack train hands, boat crews, and visitors. This building even served as an early schoolhouse. The next building that we will explore is the Trading Store. A good time for some history about Fort St. James. Fort St. James is Canada's largest collection of wooden buildings faithfully restored to the fur trading era. The trading post was founded by Simon Fraser in 1806 for the Northwest Company, which constructed the first two permanent fur trading posts west of the Rocky Mountains. Fort St. James, the second trading post, became the center of the northern fur trading district known as New Caledonia. The Hudson Bay Company took over the trading post in 1821 and ran it until 1952. Wow! I was 1 year old when they closed this trading post. Parks Canada has replicated the fort as it was in 1896. Here we are in the trading store. This was the commercial center of the post, where furs were traded for many goods as displayed here. The building also served as the first post office in the area until a fire destroyed it in 1919. The building that stands today is an authentic reconstruction of the building that would have appeared here in 1896. All the items displayed here are authentic to the 1896 period. Now for the piece de resistance, the officer's house. So this is the officer's house. Wow, yeah. So this is the officers. Actually, this is a great shot of an eagle. They're huge. Not sure. You can get my. No, that's not. That would be good. They're big. I had two fly over me in Chatwin. That's the main sitting room. The officer's dwelling house, also known as the Murray House. This house was the residence of the factor in charge of the post. Although it underwent many changes over the years, it has been restored to the period of A.C. Murray's occupation in 1896. Here we have the master bedroom. Here we have a great collection of guns from the 1800s. From left to right, the first one is a Remington double-barrel 12-gauge shotgun. Next to it is a Winchester model 1866 caliber 44 WCF. Then we have a muzzle-loading 12-gauge precision shotgun, and the last one is a Winchester Centennial model 1876 caliber. Here we have the main dining room, and I believe at times they actually serve special dinners that you can book here. I believe this was the nursery and the nanny's quarters. Here I want to show you how the buildings were dovetailed together. They didn't use nails, they were just stacked and dovetailed together like this. That's awesome. Now for what you've all been waiting for, the world famous St. James Chicken Race! This is the garden here. Oh, there's an old plow. I never used a hand plow when I was growing up. We had tractors. So we're coming to where the chicken race is going to be. So we're going through the officer's house, and this is where we're going to see the great chicken race. Yeah. Should be interesting. Oh, actually it's really cool. The little kids can go pet the Nigerian dwarf goats here. What's really nice is the ducks and chickens can just run free in this big section that's all fenced off. So that's quite awesome. Here's where you can go get your tickets to for the chicken race. To bet on the chicken race. Actually, they're free, so you don't actually have to pay. But it's kind of cute. I love this picture here. It's awesome.
so we have to wake our chickens up before they'll race for us properly. Best way of doing that, sing a song to them. Get behind my rope. Chicken, chicken, tell me you're running fast.
You're supposed to let him sing.
I'm half crazy, hoping you won't come last. There's gonna be welcome with cheers and wild embracing. And shots are heard, come on you bird, give me chicken bucks 1 or 2. In lane 2, the bird that thinks he's a cat, Burmese. In lane 3, that young lady's nemesis over there, the mighty, the magnificent, the moose. In lane 4, the winged bird Pegasus! And in lane 5, the mystery that is Cisco. Nobody knows where he comes from. Nobody knows where he goes. But he's here now. That's all that matters. Are you ready for your last race?
Yes!
Oh, I think we can do it. It's your last chance to make some noise. Are you ready?
Yeah!
All right. Let's start our last exciting race in. 3, 2, 1, and here we go.
There they come on! Shut up! Come on, come on, come on, come on! Ooh, you failed! There was a ducky race! Plus chickens.
That's an impossible. Duck won.
Yes.
And if you do win after the races, you'll go over there, you'll see the lovely Anna, and you'll pick up your winnings in chicken bucks. And for one of those chicken bucks, you can buy a pin that says, I won the races at Hudson. However, if you don't win, we'll still sell you a pin for a Canadian dollar, and then you can lie to your friends.
Well, that completes my Canadian series of videos. My next videos will be from New Zealand. And for something completely silly, watch my Stickman shorts. Again, I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!